Okay, so what we were talking was, see, people have to, students have to prepare for mains point of view. This is very, very important. Okay, so after January, what you can do is you can concentrate on preliminary only. But actually, classes will be first, sometimes preliminary subjects will be there, main subjects will be there. But in mains point of view, you want to prepare mains, it is the optional paper only. Okay, optional paper you have to complete before December. Okay, December or January, whatever it is. Okay, and then side by side, see, there are certain subjects are there which is common to preliminary, mains, and also option. So those subjects should be your priority, top priority. What is common to 3 exam? What is common to 2 exam? What is preliminary only? What is mains only? So like that you have to divide your subjects. So for PSIR, I'm going to tell you what are the subjects PSIR students have to concentrate. So depending upon the option, people have to change it. Okay. So since people are here for PSIR, I will tell in PSIR point of view. So my recommendation is, my advice is, you have to fully concentrate on mains preparation. Mains preparation means GS is a very vast subject. It will be very difficult even after 5 years to completely prepare for the entire syllabus. Even after 5-year full preparation, I'm telling, just for understanding, I'm telling, more topics will be there, pending syllabus will be there, pending topics will be there. But option paper is not like that. So we have a boundary. That means we have a certain topics are there, syllabus is there, according to the syllabus, subtopics are there, so we can easily cover. So by covering option paper, this PSIR, you will get a full confidence for preparing for preliminary examination. So last year and all, we had a class only in weekend. So weekend class, the problem is last year it went up to March. Actually, from January, you have to concentrate, at least from Pongal leave, after Pongal leave, you have to start preparing for preliminary only. You don't have time for mains subject, because preliminary itself is very tough. Tough means high competition is there. So that's why we have, this year I have changed the timings to weekdays. Okay, weekdays means another advantage is, all 5 days we will have class. Daily we can take one simple topic. If you are coming for weekend means, so 8 to 1:30 classes. So literally 2 classes will be there. I have to dump. Okay, so sometimes certain topics are there. Topics are not tough, but one day one topic means it will be easy for the students to listen to the class, follow the notes, go and read it in the book. Next day we can be ready for the next topic. So it will be easy. So that's why this time I have changed my from weekend to weekdays. Okay, so before December or January, we will try to complete the entire syllabus. Okay, all 5 days class will be there. Saturday, Sunday is free. Okay, you can concentrate on some other thing. So people who are opted for CSAT and all, plan accordingly. You come and speak with me what to do. So don't take 3 classes at a time. It will be very hectic. You won't prepare anything, you won't read anything. GS class, sometime 2 GS class will be there, option class, and then CSAT class means literally impossible. It will drain your energy out. You can't prepare. So until January, what you have to do is, at least 60% of your time you have to allocate for option paper and complete it. So along with our PSIR, you have to note that this is the most GS friendly paper. No other paper is equal to PSIR with respect to mains preparation. When people are preparing for mains, then they will know how far this subject is helping them for GS. Because in our syllabus, you see literally 100% topics are there mains. Only 20 to 30% only core area we will be discussing. Remaining 70% of the topic, at least another 20% of the topic directly or indirectly related with the GS. Another 50% of the topic is directly GS syllabus only. No other subject means maybe one particular topic only will be there for GS. But our subject is not like that. Okay, so in our entire, we have 2 papers. Every paper we have 2 sections. So totally 4 sections are there. Totally 40 chapters are there. Out of the 40 chapters, you will be reading only 12 to 15 chapters for political science alone. Even those chapters, that ideas, it will be very, very useful for you for your essay and also particularly for your ethics paper, because we will be reading philosophies, ideas, what do you mean by liberty, what do you mean by justice, what do you mean by democracy, what do you mean by rights. So these are all the topics we are going to read it in detail with the thinkers. What are the different perspectives regarding this different idea, like that. So in the essay, I mean essay and ethics paper, we are not going to write those thinkers, but that idea you can extract from there, and then you can present a better answer than all other students. So side by side, when we are covering the syllabus, I mean topics, I will tell you how we can use this particular topic for, particularly for ethics. So ethics, essay, option, with this 3 paper, you can clear the examination. GS, you have to maintain the one minimum standard. So this is the general strategy all students generally follow. Whatever option it is, option paper, essay, ethics. GS, you should not, that means I am not telling you should not concentrate, okay? You have to concentrate, the topmost average will be there, no? You have to maintain that average. No need to excel in GS, because you wanted to score very high marks in GS means it will take very lot of effort. That effort you put it in other 3 subjects means, that is option, essay, ethics means, easily we can score. But while preparing for PSIR, particularly our subject, lot of GS subjects are there, like that I said. So in those areas, you have to score more in the GS. You can score more, but you can outsmart all other subjects students. Okay, so these some of the advantages are there. One by one we will discuss. Okay, so first you see what we are going to discuss in this demo session is, I am going to introduce this subject. So what is this subject? What are all the things we will be reading, discussing in the subject? How you have to prepare? So that part we will be discussing, and then why PSIR is a better option. So from my point of view, PSIR angle, I will tell you. Then certain basic questions generally students ask, that I have prepared myself. Questions are there, I will answer to that question. And then in the class, in the entire course, what we are going to do, what are all the things we are going to do, that we will discuss. And finally, I will take the questions. Okay. So first, with respect to the subject, since see, some people may be even in oscillation, this subject or that subject, whatever may be the case, you are in this class now. So I am generally asking, what do you mean by politics? You tell me, what do you mean by politics? What comes into your mind? Just a quick answer. Governance of political party. Okay. That is a part, one part. Okay, good. Like that, what do you mean by politics? Come again? Yeah, why this much philosophical? Simple solunga enak purira mari. Very good. Democratics. It's all about how the government type will be there, country will be there. Democracy is one popular type of government. Okay, good. Okay, I'm asking, what is politics? So you're all telling subjects, what are all the topics we are discussing under politics? I'm asking politics. See, sometimes we will have a family function. Our family members, they will be preparing for the function. Somebody, one uncle will come. Oh, we have to be careful. This guy will do politics. Like that we say, no? And then Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Kaveri problem, politics. Language problem, politics. Okay. And then you have to note that sometimes some sensational issues will be there for the people. And then political parties, we don't know why they are raising this, or sometimes they will create problem, and then we'll call that as, say, they are doing politics. International politics. What Trump is doing politics. So what is that politics is all about then? What politics does? What is the contribution of politics to the human beings? Yes? So who gets what, when, and how, and why? That is also important. Why they are getting this? Why other persons are not getting it? Why that person is getting more? Why I am not getting less? So these are all some of the questions we are having while we are sharing the resources in the country and with the world governments. So India, Pakistan, why India is having one part of the Kashmir? Why Pakistan is having one part of the Kashmir? Why India is at peace? Why Pakistan is creating terrorism? So like that, questions are there. Lot of questions are there. So what politics? What is the subject matter of politics? So rules and regulations for to people to abide, for what purpose? See, again, I will put this question in another way. Okay. So, for example, a civil engineer is there. He will be doing UG in engineering. Okay, civil engineering. MBBS guys are there, the doctor guys. So after reading this MBBS course, what he is getting? That's what I'm asking. What he's finally getting. So what I'm asking is, after reading politics, knowing what you mean by politics, what this politics is giving us. Yes? How administration is conducted, for what purpose? Answer is correct, but you tell me, you have not completed the question. Answer. To ensure the law and order. Okay, see, very good. See, the thing is, we have problems. All we people are social animals. We people are social animals means we like to live in groups. We are not living alone in a forest. I am living with my family, friends. I am a teacher means I am with my students. You are student means you are with the teacher. You are with your friends. We are with our countrymen. We are with other allies. Our country's allies are there. So when we are living together, what happens is some problem comes. Problems will be there. Politics gives a solution for these problems. That's all. In different way, politics is doing that, giving that solution. That's all. What is the purpose of politics? Why we have to do politics means to solve the problem. Sometimes but generally what we think is to create problem only, we call it as politics. But what I'm telling is, to create problem is a method of solving the problem. See, I have one issue. Okay, but you people are not at all addressing that particular issue. Then what do you want me to do? I have to create a problem. So that means I have to do politics. This is what people say. I have to do politics. I have to publicize that. Pakistan is trying to internationalize the Kashmir issue. They have to publicize that. Why? They are doing politics. Why? That politics finally leads to the solution. Solution. Okay, so our subject is solution oriented. This you have to understand. Politics is all about solving the problems of the society, politically solving the problems of the society. This is called politics. This you have to understand. Okay, so politically we are solving the problem. So sometimes we have to note that create problem, make the problem big to get a solution. Okay, everything is good, sir. What to do with politics? Then we have to make it better. For that also politics is required. So the entire subject, what we are going to do is, we are going to make the society better, the country better, the polity better, the governance better, government better, we people the better. So for that only all this entire subject is there. How things are working, how problems are created, how we have to approach that particular problem, how we have to find out the solution finally and live a better life. So for that only the entire politics is there. Okay. Okay. So now I think you can understand. So don't see, this is what I want to tell. Don't wrongly think that politics means it is creating problem. Two people are, you are doing something and two people are fighting means this guy is doing politics. No, that is not politics. That is the negative connotation of politics. Politics is positive, sometimes negative also. So some problem is there. For example, I am an Indian diplomat. So the international community is gathering to discuss about the Kashmir. So for example, see, I will tell you one live example. Our defense minister went to the SEO meeting, China. There they are going for a declaration, joint declaration. Okay, so in that what they are doing is China is the president. So Pakistan and China, they are in that the joint declaration, they are mentioning about the Baluchistan terrorist attack, but they are not mentioning about the Pahalgam terrorist attack. Both are, so in fact, Pahalgam terrorist attack is the latest one. India is a prime member in that SEO. Pakistan is also a member in SEO. So what they are doing is they are creating problems. They are trying to avoid this particular problem. What India did, Indian defense minister said he did not sign it. And no big joint declaration was there. So that means the entire world community, particularly SEO is a China-led organization. But so nobody, the Western countries doesn't like SEO to become a success. Now all the Western countries are very happy now. So something is not working in our favor means what we have to do? We have to go and create problem and then come back. So I'm going on behalf of India to ensure that Kashmir will be with India. But the international community, the meeting what I am attending is going everything against India's favor. Then what to do? I should not accept to their terms and then come back. What I have to do? I have to create some new issue. And then that means this is nothing but that means I am putting a full stop to their intentions. Okay, they are trying to go against India. What I am doing is I am stopping them. Okay, so let us we can solve this problem later. So like that, what I'm doing is I'm going and putting a knot and then I'm coming back. That is also politics. So creating problem also is politics. Not cooperating also is politics. How to make the people to cooperate, that is the main part of politics. You can understand. So don't think that politics means it is wrong. He is doing politics means everybody have to do politics. This is my idea. Everybody have to do politics, even within a family, within friends. Politics means we are making things better. Okay, so politics is all about giving a recommendation. The philosophy is what we are going to read, the concepts, the thinkers, etc. Everything is what they are going to say is they are living in a particular period in a particular country. They found some problem in that particular society, and finally it will become a philosophy. If things are like this, means this is what happens. So things should be like this. So this should be the order of the country. This should be the order of rules in the country. Like that, they will give us prescriptions. And the descriptions also, data, census, voting behavior. So that also is included. We will discuss that in detail. So what I'm coming to say is politics means is solution oriented subject. It is solving the problems in the society. Politically, that's all. Politically means people form groups. It is associated with power and authority. Somebody said power and authority. So it is associated with power and authority. How power and authorities are distributed among the people? Who is using against whom? What are the effects of that? How power should be distributed? How power should not be distributed? So like this, we will be discussing the entire topics. Okay, so this is politics. Okay, and then I will tell you what we will be reading in PSIR. So we have two papers, paper 1 and paper 2. So every section carries literally 10 topics. Okay, so paper 1 section, you can see it in the syllabus. 10 chapters are there. So in that we will be reading political theories. We will be reading political theories. Political theory means first chapter. We will discuss this later in the classes. When class starts, I will decode the entire subject. Okay. So what we will be reading means here we will be reading how the state should be, what do you mean by justice, what do you mean by equality, the different ideas of equality. See, equality means what is equality? Can somebody say what do you mean by equality? What do you mean by equality? Homogeneous, yeah, that means conformity. Everybody should be same. Equal opportunity, equality of outcome. See, what I'm asking is, in the world, is there any two things which is equal to each other? Men and women are equal or not? You tell me. So this we are going to discuss. So just now you said no. I am telling men and women are equal. Some girl students will argue like this. Okay, men and women are equal. Men and women are equal or not? Huh? You know, politics. We have to do politics. Women are making politics. Huh? So actually, no two things is equal in the world. Okay, maybe mathematically 100 means 50-50 is equal. Except the maths. You take any other subject. Okay, anything in the world. Nothing is equal. And actually, equality means, she said no, homogeneity. Actually, we are not asking for homogeneity. I don't want it to be like you. Only when I am like you, then only we are equal men. So I don't want that equality. I wanted to be like me only. Everybody wanted to be themselves only. Okay, there is nothing called equality. But there are certain inequalities are there which we can't accept. So that equality concept is discussing about that only. It is not talking about the 50-50. Not because nothing is 50-50. Naturally, inequality only is there. Not everybody here are equal. But fundamentally we are equal. So that concept, any difference is there, man, that will create problem. That is not accepted. Okay. Fundamentally everybody are equal. If anybody is not accepting this means, then there is a problem. Okay. So like that, very deeply we will be reading. Equality means generally we will say everybody should get what you get, I should get it. How this is correct? Or something you are getting, I am not getting, means that is also not correct. So both are problem. If two things are equal, means it is a problem. Two things are unequal, one person is getting, another person is not getting, means that is also a problem. So somewhere we have to find out. So that means depending upon the context only, we have to find out how we have to project the idea of equality. That means equality means different views are there. Justice also like that. What do you mean by justice? Next topic, justice. Justice means what do you mean by justice? Fair. What do you mean by fair? That is the question. I am telling I will get 100, you will get only 20. That is fair. Like that I am thinking. Is it fair? You said fair. Fair means according to me, what is fairness? According to you, what is fairness? Or generally, what do you mean by fair? FAI or fair? So this is another big debate. Everything is a debate. We people can argue. So different thinkers are there. No need to create our own ideas. If you analyze all these thinkers' idea means we will know where we have to stand, depending upon our society and our country. Very simple. Okay. Like that rights is another big topic. Okay. So today, modern day governments, modern day politics, you have to know that it's all about rights. Everybody are talking about rights. So different theories are there, right? So we will discuss that. Democracy is a good or bad. Not all democracies are equal. Liberal democracies are there. Illiberal democracies are there. India is also a democracy. Bangladesh also is a democratic country. Can we say India, Bangladesh are same? No. So like the different interpretations are there, different models are there. This and all we will be discussing. And finally, the power, hegemony, ideology, and then different political ideologies we will be discussing. So all these things we will be discussing under political theory. These ideas, concepts, what are the different view of different thinkers. So those things we will be discussing. And then we have Western political thinker. So 9 Western political thinkers are there. Similarly, Indian political thinker also are there. From ancient India to latest M.N. Roy, Gandhi, Ambedkar. So everything we will be discussing. Okay. So this is very important and very exhaustive topic, and most probably, although this is 125% of the total syllabus, this will take literally 45 to 50% of your total time taken to complete this syllabus. So this is a very big, very important, and you have to note that to read this topic, you have to note that definitely people need help. Otherwise, it will be difficult. It will take a lot of time. So class also, literally 45% of our total classes we will be spending on this only. And then the section B is the application in India. That's all. So in this we have the freedom movement, Indian national movement, and then Indian constitution is there. So what you people are reading in the polity class, same thing will come, but here we will be mainly concentrating on issues. What are the governor's powers, that you will be reading it in the Lakshmikant book. But here what we will do is what governor is doing is correct or not. 2-3 days before, what Kerala governor did in a public meeting, he is having the Bharat Mata. Bharat Mata, India is our mother, means no problem is there. But he is a political figure, not a political figure, he is a public figure. Okay, he is a constitutional authority. Political parties can do anything. The BJP conducting Murugan, that is okay. That is their idea. Okay, so we can't say so. They are doing means DMK also earlier conducted the similar Murugan conference. Okay, so that means they can do anything. Okay, people like me, they will vote. Otherwise, people will not vote. But what about a governor? Governor is not elected by the people. What is the procedure to become a governor? Even tomorrow, I can become a governor if some people in India have their eyes on me, means I can become a governor. Okay, no quality is required. Okay, so but to become a CM or PM, you have to earn the respect and trust of the people. I have to vote, then only CM, PM will be there. But governor is not like that. So since he is a constitutional authority, he is given a particular mandate, what he have to do, what he should not do. So I am talking about the concept called constitutional morality. It's not that he should not do it. Can he do it? I am a teacher, means there are certain things are there which I have to follow. You can't come and say that because I am a teacher, I should not do that. But can I do this in front of the students? No. Personally, I can do anything. Okay, everybody they can do anything. But once you become a public figure, you are a public authority, means then you have to note that restrictions are there. Restrictions may not be there in a constitution or rule, law, regulation, but constitutional morality means you have to infer this is not correct. Nowhere it is written that it is wrong. That doesn't mean that what all they are doing is correct. So like that questions will be there. Okay, so these like this only we will be discussing. Supreme Court gave some verdict regarding Tamil Nadu governor versus Tamil Nadu government regarding the giving assent to the bills. Whether this is correct, how the relationship is there. what is his original role and what he is doing. Like that we will be reading in Indian Constitution. The Lakshmikant stuff, we won't do it. But the application part, how that rules and regulation, whether it is working or not working, or how they are changing, how they are, that means what is it, bending the rules, or how they are taking the authority and then doing good things to the people. Judiciary, man, sometimes judiciary have a mandate. They have to just adjudicate only. Sometimes judicial activism is there. They are acting like a executive. They are sometimes acting like a legislature also. Whether they can do it or not. If the people who have to do it are not doing it, then what do you want to do? Let court to do it. That is acceptable. But if they are doing too much, means that is not acceptable. So where is the limit? So like this we will be discussing. And then we will be discussing Indian politics, the political parties, and then the planning, the economic development. So earlier and all problems. So for example, Union government did not give the allotted fund to Tamil Nadu because of the educational policy. And Tamil Nadu and other southern states, they are giving more tax to the union government. For every rupee, how much money is returning back? Like that and all topics, discussions were going on. No? So northern states, sometimes they may not contribute more, but they will get more. Whether this is correct or not, or how government have to run it, union government have to do it, how state, central government, how the relation should be there. So all these things we'll be reading it in Indian politics. So this is a completely fun. This is completely GS oriented only. So definitely in your GS question paper, questions will be there from this area. The paper 1 section A, the another 25% is completely GS, completely GS. And then coming to the paper 2, this paper is international relation paper. So in that you see, there are 3 parts are there in section A. One is the comparative politics. How different countries are there. How different countries, states are working. How in different country the political participation is there. And how globalization is affecting the developed countries, developing countries, underdeveloped countries. So like that, how the globalization is there. So all these things we will be reading it in comparative politics. And next comes a very important chapter, 2 chapter, the 5th and 6th chapter in paper 2. The 5th chapter is the approach to international relation theories, IR theories. This is completely concept oriented. And next chapter is the key concepts. So this forms the core of the section A paper 2. This will take a lot of time. Say this will take at least 20% of your total time. So this will take 45%, this will take 25%. This will take only 20% of your time. Remaining 20% you can use it here. Okay. And next is global politics. Okay. So that means how the international order is there, how the international economic system, WTO, World Bank, IMF, BRICS Bank. So how these things are working, what are the things they are doing now, what are the politics associated with that, those things we'll be reading it in global politics, United Nations, and then regionalism, how different the international organization classes were going on. So regarding that, how every organization is working, whether they are achieving something or whether they are creating, how countries are cooperating. So all these things we'll be reading it in regionalization of politics. And finally, 11th chapter, contemporary global concern. So what are all the global problems today regarding democracy, human rights, environment, gender justice, terrorism, nuclear proliferation. So these are all hot topics. Nuclear proliferation is a very hot topic because of the Iran issue. Gender justice always a evergreen topic because so now you have to note that women are coming out in this last 100 years. What are the problems they are facing? Where and all they have achieved? Where they have to get more rights? Women's bill. How whether this after ensuring 1/3 reservation to the women in the parliament, whether the situation of the women in the society will change or will not change. In India, how it is there, how in other countries it is there, how African women are there, how in Western country the women are there. So like this we will be discussing. And then the section B chapter, it is Indian foreign policy. This is purely bilateral relation. India and the world. India and all major countries and neighbors. And global south, like that chapters are there. And recent, what is happening recently in international arena. So that thing will be there. Okay, so out of these 4 sections, this sections, all section carry equal marks only, 25% weightage only. But in terms of subject, substance, I'm telling, this 3 chapters, that means these 3 topics under section A paper 1, will carry literally 45% of your time and effort. So if I'm dividing within 60 days, I can prepare this. If I'm a new student means, if I know what to read means, 60 days is enough for me actually. Intensively if I read means. So 60 days I am splitting means what I will do is I will allocate 45 days for this. And then for this I will allocate 15 days. 15 days is excess actually, 60. And for this I will allocate 30 days, 30%. And finally 20% I will allocate for this. Because these chapters, particularly the Indian Constitution, polity chapters, and the world polity, the India relation, this and all daily I have to prepare from the newspaper. Newspaper is the the book for you. No separate book will be there. So from the news you have to regularly follow the updates. So this is very, very important. Okay, content means these three topics are content and this is content. All other things are just application only. Easily we can do it. Okay, so easily we can handle this kind of subjects. Okay, and then another thing is in this subject, how this subject is going to be there. History means it will be historically, everybody know. Geography means technically concepts will be there, diagrams will be there, maps will be there. Economics means we know. So like that, whether this subject is having static part or analytical part means it is having both. No other subject is having like this. Okay, so static part, concept based topics are there. The theoretical parts, these three and this one. Other things are analytical, current affairs based. So you should be, that means students sometimes in schools and colleges and all, only if you give me the notes, I will prepare and then I can write the answer and then I can clear the examination. Like that is there means analytical based questions people will find it difficult. So you can understand. So for them and all, you have to note that static subjects are only will be easy. If you have writing skills, then analytical questions are very good to score more marks. So in our subject, both these ideas are there. Analytical topics are also there. Static part, conceptual part is also there. So first we will be reading the concept and then the section A, the concept, section B, the application of this concept. Section A concept, the application of the concept, section B. So it's equally balanced. So students should have conceptual clarity of all the topics, thinkers, ideas, number one. And number two, students also should be able to apply the concepts in real life by reading the newspaper, current affairs, and then if you can write means, I will tell you, you will get the top marks. And note that in the last 10 years, I am telling, I don't know about before that. Most probably the toppers will be from our subjects only. Maybe from North India, because North India only this political science is very famous because of the Delhi University, JNU University. So those students, okay. So this year also top rank 1 to all India rank 1 to our PSIR. Last year also, I mean like that, maybe at least a year after one year break maximum. So these people will find more place in the, because why this advantage means, because while preparing for PSIR, they are also preparing for GS also. So this advantage they are taking it. Many people will write mains, but they will not clear means they are not taking this advantage. So advantage means like a video game, bonus point is there. You have to go and take it. Take it means it will be advantage. Otherwise, you are simply preparing for preliminary means you won't know the beauty of the subject. That means how this is going to help the students. That's why this is one of the popular subject for UPSC. People find, what I'm telling is sometimes people think that I can't write well, I can't apply means, then we have to work it out. Then only you can score the maximum marks. Okay. So this is regarding the subject, the detailed decoding of the subject. We will have it when we have start the class. Okay. And then next is why we have to choose PSIR means number one, high success rate is there in mains, and particularly in interview also I am telling, if a international relation student is going means, so most probably everybody will have 40 minutes of interview. This is the average time. If they ask a question in international relation means, at least 20 to 25 minutes, up to 25 minutes, they will ask question from international relation. Okay, students can easily answer. And Even for other subjects people also, sometimes because they are reading in GS, no? So definitely they will be asking about international relation. If they open international relation based question means in the interview means, definitely that student will get the top marks. This is how I found in the last 2-3 years, people who got good marks, you have to note that I asked them in an interview what type of question I asked them means PSIR student and also non-PSIR student also. The questions were regarding international relation. So it was very interactive. They were asking a lot of questions. So half of our time literally went in this. So everything was very fine. So like that they were telling. Okay. So this subject is going to help you in preliminary, mains, and also in interview also. This is what I'm telling. And then regarding solving the problem, so we are political science student. We are actually for solving the problem only. That is what this subject is about. So whatever situation based question is there means people can handle better. And second, a lot of overlapping things are there with the GS. What are all the subjects, topics overlapping in the GS, I will show you in another PDF. Okay. And then in the subject, conceptual areas are there. You have to understand the idea. To understand that particular idea, you have to understand on what context he said that particular idea. Gandhi was born in India. That's why because we were slaves under British. So by the time Indian freedom movement was there. So Gandhi entered the Indian freedom movement. Satyagraha, this Ahimsa, this and all he practiced. Suppose the same Gandhi today, he was born in Ukraine means, or he was born in Palestine means. Do you think that Gandhi will give the same idea? Gandhi or any person like that person will bring an idea called Ahimsa, Satyagraha, or he is an Israeli guy means. Do you think that they will believe in non-violence? So the idea of the person is actually shaped by the context, where he is living, when he is living in that country, what type of problem going on in that particular country. Based on that only, the idea is there. So to understand the idea of any thinker, all we have to do is very simple. You have to read the context, what problem he faced when he was living in a society, what the people faced. If you understand that means easily we can understand. Logically we can simply. So Ambedkar, he is talking about equality. Why? In India, inequality is there. Inequality was rampant. So obviously, a well-educated person who wanted to solve the problem in the society means he have to address that only. You can understand? If everybody in India equality was there means, do you think that Ambedkar will be talking about equality, fraternity concepts and all, liberty, equality, fraternity concepts and all? No, he may not do it, because on the day that was the need of the hour. What is the need that you understand means what he is telling easily we can understand. So concept is very easy, but vaguely you read that concept means you may not find it. Why he is telling like this? How come we accept this? Like that. So on the context, on that particular day, we have to go there. 2000 years before, Aristotle is telling something. He is telling slavery should be there. 2000 years before, slavery is acceptable only. Why means in the class we will discuss. So he is giving a justification. And in fact, Aristotle is the father of political science. The father of political science is telling slavery is acceptable. Slavery is expedient, moral. He is telling it is moral. How come slavery will be moral? Today somebody is asking me, I will say, how come you say that slavery is moral? But if I am living in Aristotle's placements, maybe in Aristotle time, my idea may be different. So the ideas of the persons are shaped by that space and time, where he is living, what time he is living. So easily we can connect. If we can connect with that means easily we can understand. All are one line, two line ideas only. Simply we can understand. Okay. So analytical part is also analytical means after reading this, how you are seeing this. Like that also questions will come. Easily we can do it. So only when you have this kind of ability, you can score more in GS, ethics. If you don't have the analytical skills means it is very difficult to clear the examination. Even you somehow you clear means when you go to the job, how you are going to solve the problem? You have to look at the problem and solve the problem analytically. So this is a must. That means our subjects teaches the most important quality a civil servant should have. Okay. So definitely you have to, even you don't have no problem, we have to develop that. Okay. And then current affairs friendly also. So all current affairs polity based, particularly IR based, everything is in the paper, in the subject. So definitely without that, see, even you say, no, I am not going to take political science, then also no mercy, you have to read all these things. You have to do this, okay? You have to do it well. But here it is overlapping. So all you have to do is just understand. So what is the difference between polity in GS and polity in PSIR means? Difference is there. So here it will be little conceptual. There it is. What is the matter? Just directly, plainly as a generalist, you can write it in GS. But here you have to use some technical words. Technical words means what we are going to read it in the concepts, apply that, and then we have to find it out. Okay, so what governor is doing is correct or not means is correct, not correct, like that you will be reading. So, but in PSIR, the same question is asked means, so those people said like this. Based on that only the constitution was written like this. We have something called constitutional morality. What do you mean by constitutional morality? Not defined in the constitution. That word is not there in constitution itself. But we can understand what is the purpose, why we people are here. One purpose is there, no? So everybody know why we are here. It is not written anywhere, but still we are here means to do this only we are here. Like that that inner meaning is there, implicit meaning. So that once you understand that means after that easily you can handle all these things. So that means you need to read between the lines also. So that part only we call it as the analytical part. Okay. And then no big technical jargons. Okay. So concepts means maximum some 10 to 20 concepts are there. Technical words which we may not come across earlier. But once that word is coming out, once you understand that particular idea means, after that it is not at all a problem. Frequently we will be using it while speaking, while doing something, you will apply that particular idea, like that it will be there. So it is not that I am from a maths background, I am from a science background, I am an engineer, I am from an arts background. Anybody can read this subject. That's why this subject is a popular subject. Engineers also can do it. In fact, I don't have any degree in PSIR, that is political science. Basically, I am an IT guy. Then I did law. Okay, but there is no problem in reading political science. Okay, so some concepts are there. So concept means proper approach is there means we can read it. Actually, in fact, this subject you can read it on yourself also. But the time factor is a problem. It will take time. Or sometimes what happens is, you may deviate, you will dig very deeper into some ideas. Because you wanted to complete Plato means Plato has written a lot of books. Aristotle is also father of biology. Like that, lot of subject he is the father. You know all the subject. So if you want to read Aristotle means that means your track will divert. That's the problem. So that's why classes will be helpful for you to keep in track. Okay. So self-read itself, you can do it actually. But for the three or four areas I am telling, if you have some help means it will be easy. Your task will be easy. Quickly we can complete this. Okay. So that's why PSIR subject is very good. This is what I am telling. Okay. So that is high success rate is there, and 2 overlapping with GS, and then we have the concept part and then the applied part, analytical part also, along with the current affairs. And then this subject is for everybody. So anybody can read it. No big problem is there. Okay. But there is a way how to enter. If you go in that correct way means easily we can handle it. Okay. Certain order are there that in class we will go according to that only. I can't teach in a linear format. Paper 1, chapter 1, section A, chapter 1, like that I can't go. I will go in a different way. So without any problem, people can, all I am asking is just to follow the class, everything will be good. So you have to prepare, that is very, very important on your own. This is very, very important. Okay. The next you see is PSIR scoring. So this is a one frequently asked question. Okay. PSIR is very much good to take top marks. See, for example, normally you get 240 to 250 means you will get through. But in PSIR you can take up to 280. Sometime 1 year before and all, some people got to 320 also. 320 marks, which is impossible in other subjects. Max they will do it, but they will normalize it. But here you have to note that writing skill, if you can develop that means, with less effort you can take maximum marks. Okay, so easily we can score 270, 280 and all. At least 25 marks better than other subjects, easily we can score. Scope is there. But thing is, we have to work hard. So in that, easily it won't come. We have to work hard, you have to develop the skills means easily we can score. So PSIR is actually a very good scoring subject. That's why it is a very popular subject. Number 2 is how the class is going to help. Okay, see, like I said earlier, you can prepare on your own. Okay, but it will take a lot of time, particularly for the theory. Some 15 chapters out of the 40 chapters, people may find little difficult. Difficult means without help. If you are reading by yourself means. Myself and all, I read myself only, but it took a lot of time. Ultimately, it cost me the time and attempts, etc. like that. Okay. So what I'm telling is help is available. By the time when I am talking about 2005, no help was available. I was searching for another UPSC student, particularly political science option student. Nobody was there. And finally, I found one guy. I and my friend, another guy was also new guy to PSIR. So we went and met him. Night 8 o'clock, we met him. We came out of his house by 11:30. He was telling lot of things. But till the end, he did not say what to do. When we came out, then only we understood that this guy also doesn't know what to do. Because we were asking lot of questions, but that guy was telling something, but he did not reveal anything. Because he have nothing to reveal. Because how to approach this, those people doesn't know. Otherwise, people have to go to Delhi by the time and all. But now everywhere online class, etc. is there. So now help is available. Okay, so easily we can handle this. So it will, that means minimize the total time taken. So this is the advantage when you attend a class. Otherwise, it will take some time, extra time. Okay, otherwise we can handle this subject by ourselves. No big problem is there. But you want writing skills, you wanted to improve the answers, you want to take the 2 to 80 minutes, then definitely you need guidance. That average marks, the topmost average, we can easily get it. Otherwise, you have to develop certain skills. No, somebody have to check it, whether you are going in line, whether your answers are good, what you can improve, where you are doing the mistakes. So for that's why class is important. Otherwise, self-study itself is okay. Even I am telling, even after the class I am telling, you have to believe in the, not in the class or myself, you have to believe in yourself and you have to prepare by yourself. Then only you can get the 280. I can help up to easily up to 250. 280 means extra effort individually by you is very, very important. You have to take that effort. And then you are coming to me means I will tell you whether you, okay, this is good, this is something better than other people. Like that I can tell. But the effort should come from you only. Okay, completely I'm telling the entire UPSC preparation is in your hands only. It's not 10th maths teacher, tuition, I have joined the tuition, so I will score a centum or I will pass. No, not like that. That won't happen. Okay, it is, everything is in your hand only. Okay, and then how to handle the static and dynamic topics. See, static topics, you have to note that, like I said earlier, you have to connect that with the context. The time and space is important. And then after reading that particular idea, initially you may not get big new ideas, but once you complete lot of other thinkers, after that we can cut across. I mean, we can compare that particular idea, contrast with other thinkers' idea, and while doing that, we will get our own idea according to our situation, that is applied in India, applied in Indian constitution, for our society, for our personal life. Like that we can develop our own idea. So this will be helpful. So initially, first we have to go linear. What this thinker said, what this thinker said, what this thinker said in this context. Like that we will be reading. Once we have read some certain amount of topics, after that we can compare. While comparing, we will get new ideas. Okay, so like this only we have to handle the static part. Concepts. Plato said means even after 1000 years, what Plato said, same thing only people are going to read. Because last 2000 years people were reading the same thing only. But we are not here to read the same thing. After reading the same thing, we have to generate some idea, apply that idea to present context. So that will come only when you connect that idea with other ideas. Okay, so we have to do it. So in the class we can discuss, we can have some discussion in that, how we can relate this, can we connect this, like that and all. Only when you people interact, then the class will go lively and then we can easily understand all the topics. Okay, and then dynamic topics, no other way is there other than following the newspaper. Hindu paper itself is enough. Indian Express also is there. Okay, if you follow these two papers, more than enough. No need to go for any other source. Take first-hand information. Okay, regularly follow the news. GS also, half of the syllabus will be over if you are following the newspaper. Okay, our PSIR also half of the syllabus is associated with current affairs only. We think that, oh, the subject is having lot of current affairs, so we can take some other subject. You can take Chinese literature, na? You can take. But GS again, you have to read the same thing. Current affairs is important. This, what we are going to read in PSIR, definitely, like I said, no mercy. You have to read it, whether you like it or not, for GS. So this is in our subject. So we have to have a better, with the understanding we are reading means it will be easy. That's all. Okay, and then we have for materials and reference book, we have study material. All are freshly prepared only. Okay, at least 95% are freshly prepared. Okay, so material is there, that itself is exhaustive. I have given lot of thinkers, comparisons, etc. So that itself is lot of things are there to read. So apart from that, you can also go for some standard textbooks. So that I have given in the syllabus last page. Okay, so no need to buy all the books and decorate your shelf. Okay, don't do that. Okay, so when we are, suppose you are coming to the class now, when we are discussing, so I will be giving, that means notes will be there, and then material is there. After doing this, you need something extra, means then you come to me, I will tell you whether to buy or not. Okay, so what people will do is, one thing, they will order all the books in Amazon and then they will decorate it, and the book people will never even open. Okay, don't do that. Okay, so one by one we can approach, one by one I will tell you where we can do the extra references. But standard references I have given in the back. Okay. And then what should be the strategy for UPSC 2026 examination? So you people are for 2026. So again, I am telling, what you do is you put a reverse timetable. I might have said this in the GS class. Reverse timetable, that means starting from 2026 August, reverse timetable, monthly timetable, you put it. You put a tabular column and then you put it. At least 21st is your exam. August 21st is your main examination. The entire August month, 20 days, is meant for mock test and revision. And then May last, you have your preliminary. So you have only 2 months to prepare. So within the 2 months, you can't prepare PSIR. You can't prepare any option subject. You have to prepare only the current affairs oriented GS, and any current affairs is there in our subject. Mean that part only you can prepare extra. So all other things we have to complete it now itself. That is before Pongal. That is January 15. We have to complete the entire thing. Then you have to concentrate on preliminary. May 24th is your preliminary examination. At least May from 1, you have to do the revision. So for preliminary examination, you have 3.5 to 4 months maximum. So 2 months only you are having after the preliminary. Before preliminary 4 months, you have to allocate only for preliminary examination. So all time what we have is until this January 15. So we have to maximize this time, and you have to complete the entire syllabus. GS, particularly if you are taking GS means, you have to handle at least the static part of GS. Static part. Okay, static part, current affairs again you have to read it again. Okay, but you have to be up to date. Then only current affairs will be easy. Otherwise, current affairs people will not, if you are unable to follow means, then it will be very difficult. So first time only it will take lot of time. Israel-Palestine issue means first time to understand it, it will take time. After that, it is just a matter of 2 minutes only. No big change will be there. Easily we can follow it. So the first 6 months, starting from July, you have to note that June, you have to complete July, I'm telling. July completely, you have July to December. So maximum up to January 15th. Before going to the Pongal holidays, we have to complete the entire syllabus. GS mains portion also you have to complete maximum. Particularly all the static parts you should try to complete. And after Pongal holidays, 1 week holiday will be there. After that, you have to come and immediately start the preliminary examination. Preliminary examination is going to be very tight and very tough because of the competition. Lot of people are writing. All is decided in just 2 hours. 2 hours, the entire thing is decided. So until the end of the preliminary examination, you have to be healthy, and then you have to be very active, physically, mentally. Okay, so how you will get that enthusiasm means only when you complete the mains portion now, particularly this subject, PSIR. Okay, so strategy is very simple. Starting from July, concentrate fully on mains. Option paper, 60% of the time you have to allocate. 40% you follow the GS classes will be there. That is enough. Okay, like that you go till December. After December, after Pongal, you can go for only preliminary, only GS for next 4 months, including 1 month revision. After preliminary examination, you have only 2 months to update the current affairs and apply those ideas in the concepts what we have read in PSIR. So by the time, all you have to do is write the test and how to improve the marks. Only that point you have to concentrate, not on studying the concepts. That and all you have to do it now itself. Okay. So and GS also you have to note that current affairs part or mains only certain subjects will be there that you can concentrate by the time. I'm talking about personal reading. Attending the class, following the class is different. So individually we have to read, no? So for that I'm telling. So 20 days you have to allocate for revision and a mock test. Then you have to go for examination. It is a lot of possibilities there for student if they spend the more time and more effort in the next 6 months, means 2026 is very easy. If you are not spending enough time in option subject or mains, means 2026 preliminary, it will be tough. So again, you will be targeting 2027. 2027 also you have to prepare for mains. Otherwise, 2027 also will not come. So the preparing for the mains, there only the key is there. Unless you clear preliminary mains examination, why people have to read? Like that people will think. No, you have to read mains. Okay, while reading for mains examination, inclusively you have to read for preliminary also. But after January, you have to read only preliminary. Now you think that first I will complete preliminary, then mains, means the time will never come. Preliminary itself, result is not coming. Because all students they follow only preliminary. I have to clear preliminary. Yes, clearing preliminary is very, very important. Yes. But how to clear? That's what I said. This year, the students who have cleared, all the freshers, they have not cleared. I'm talking about the majority student. All the students who have wrote mains last year, this time also they have cleared preliminary. Easily. Same student again and again they are clear. First time clearing preliminary is very tough. Why? These people are not ready for mains. Mains means the subjects. So first, descriptively you have to read everything. Then only objectively you have to enter. Directly I will read objectively means without knowing the depth and breadth of the particular subject. How you will read it objectively? Objective questions. Objectively means I want this fact only. No, it won't work. So read it exhaustive. Then you dig deep and okay. So we have classroom discussions will be there, and then lectures will be there, and then I will be giving notes also, class notes. So in class notes means what we have discussed in the class. Very concise notes I will be giving. Okay. So once you understand that, means you can read any book. No problem will be there. So understanding the concept is the main theme. Okay. Once you understood the concept, after that, developing that particular idea will be very easy part. Okay. So that we will go slowly, steadily we will move. Okay. And then daily in the class, we will start with the test. 1 question, 2 question like that. Okay. Plus we have a scheduled test. Okay. So I have given the timetable. The questions will be ready. So once we complete that particular area, automatically you have to get ready for the test. So test will be there. At least I will tell you 2 or 3 days before you should be ready for the test. Okay. Write all the test. That is very, very important. Next year coming and joining, paying the money and then joining the test batch. See why people have to do like that. Okay. So when test batch is available, test is integrated in the course, you have to utilize it. Student have to come and write it. Even if you have not prepared all topics, at least prepare some topic. 10 questions are given, 8 questions are given, means at least you try to write 4 questions. Prepare it well and then complete it. So then only that discipline will come. Then only it will be easy for clearing the exam. Okay. So scheduled test is also there. So apart from that, what we can do is one more thing is the previous year question answers also we will discuss this time. Okay. So live or through video, so I have to make arrangements. Okay. We will plan for that. So topic wise, while we complete every topic, regarding the topic, what are the previous year question, how we have to answer that, what are the things that can be added extra, that is value addition. Like that we will have a discussion. Most probably we will have it in the class itself, or otherwise it will be available in the video, so that you can while you are preparing, you can, by the time you can view it and then you can prepare. Okay, so we will see that. And then one-to-one personal mentorship is also available. So what we will do is, at least minimum we will have 3 meetings, individual meetings, one-to-one meetings, during the starting of the course, mid of the course, and end of the course. So this this will be compulsory. Apart from that, I will make available myself in the class somewhere, okay, depending upon my schedule. So I will post that particular time in the Telegram group. So all communication will be through Telegram group only. You can come and directly meet me. Okay, if you have any doubt or anything you want to mention, you can come and meet me. Not only for PSIR, I am telling, I should be, if you are taking PSIR, means I should be your entire UPSC mentor. You have to come and follow, that means my instruction. Why? I am not telling you have to follow my words. What I am coming to say is, I am the best person to give you the advice. So other mentorship will be there, you can go and attend, okay, but generally they will tell you. If it's a PSIR guidance, it is well good. So better you can directly come and meet me, or what you can do is just send a message in Telegram, and I will tell you when we can meet. So we can directly will meet. Okay, my house is very near only. I can come in 20 minutes. Even when I am not here, I am telling. Okay, so for GS also, how you are going, because that means PSIR I can make you ready. For GS I can't do anything. So what I am planning is, I am going to watch you people also for GS also, what you are doing, whether you are following. So that part also I have to. Then only I need students for mains, no, particularly the freshers. So I am not getting it. Getting it means enough students are not there. So preliminary also is my responsibility. Responsibility means watching you. I am not going to teach you anything. Bilateral, okay, but other parts I am telling, other GS subjects, whether you are able to follow, or if you find any problem, means you come and tell me. I will refer somebody, some staff. So what to do, how to do, we can discuss. Okay, and then current affairs updates. Already I am having this Telegram channel. So in that daily I am putting newspaper cuttings, clippings, particularly international relation and polity. I am, for a very important thing, I am even putting the summary also. Okay, so you can follow that, and what I am planning is, based on that I will be giving questions, daily answer writing practice questions. So you can come and write and come to me, or you can send it through Telegram also. So we will make arrangement. Okay, and then apart from this, we are going to have a separate daily answer writing practice based on PYQ questions. So a list of questions will be there that I will give you. Daily what you do is, you write one question. Why this? See, this test I am not bothered about, but this test I am telling you have to give more importance. Why? Means because directly people will come there and then write the 100 mark test or 150 mark test, means all questions they won't write properly. And even I am giving a feedback, what they will do is, they won't do much any improvement, and next test they will come, and then when the answers are not up to the mark, third test they may not write it. This is what happening. So my idea is, you have to improve your answer. What you have to write for this, for any question, whatever question it is. Question is asked like that, means what we have to address. So to have that particular practice, daily you have to write an answer. At least one question per day you have to write an answer. So first day, definitely I am telling, nobody can write an answer properly. So second day, after correcting that, I will tell you some inputs. I will tell you something, it is okay, not okay, or I will tell you something. So you put that particular idea again in the second test, second questions next day. So daily one question, don't write. So what people will do is, daily one question means 5 day 5 question means all 5 questions in one day. Like that, you should not do it. That is also not useful. So the objective of this test is daily answer writing practices to improve the answer quality. Content is different. Only when you know, you can write the content. Even you know the content, you can't present an answer. So daily one question. Daily one improvement. Small improvement. 1.5% improvement itself is enough. If you can write it for 10 to 15 days, means after that you will come to the track. After that, no problem will come. Once you know the idea, after that you will present that idea easily. So for that, this test is there. This is also video like that. I'm planning something. We'll do something. Okay, and then doubt clarifying sessions also we will have in between. So not all 5 days we will have class. We will have some breaks even within the 5 days. By the time we can have the, suppose why I'm telling like this, man. Suppose I'm taking some core area, lot of core ideas I'm teaching continuously, means then I have to put a break. apart from Saturday, Sunday. So once you are good with that, then only I can move to the next. Like that, certain topics are there. So one step by step, we have to move. So by the time we can have doubt clarifying sessions also. Or I also said, no, I will be available for you at least during the breaks. I don't know what my schedule will be. So I will tell you when I will be free. By then directly you can come and directly clarify all your doubts. Okay. So these are all the things I have planned for this year. And finally, so what you have to do is, first what you have to do is go and take this. I have given the syllabus, check the syllabus and check the previous year questions also. Again and again, 2-3 years question, farmer last year questions and all, just to check it. You'll get the entire picture. You may not know the idea, but once you understood the idea means whether we can handle this kind of questions, like that you can check it. Even students who have dilemma, that subject, this subject, they can take both the subjects syllabus and previous year question and then check the question. If I have completed the syllabus means I can answer this. I can write it something specially. That means uniquely I can present some ideas. Like that you can, by seeing the old year question paper, you can get that idea. That you do it. And then start attending the classes properly, regularly. Follow the classes and test regularly. And next is take notes. And taking notes also, there is one, my prescription is, see, first in the class we will be discussing the idea. While discussing the idea itself, I will be giving line by line notes. Crisp notes only I will give. You take the notes. If after attending the class, if you read the notes means you will be clear with that idea. After that, after reading the class notes, after going to the home, what you have to do is you have to take the material and then read the material. The material is a little exhaustive. Okay, just read it. You will get an idea. So now what you have to do is you have to take a detailed notes. First, for example, it is a 3-page notes we are having in one class number 1 means. After having the 3-page notes, after learning that particular idea, you take the book and take a 10 to 15 page big notes. It should be exhaustive notes, handwritten notes, you have to take it. And after that, what you have to do is, you have to keep all the other notes, materials aside. You have taken the exhaustive notes, no? Take that notes again and then compress the notes. Okay, you have to make it as 5-page notes. 5 or 6 page, 15 page should become 5 page. So that will be your reading material. Actual reading material means that is the actual reading material. Your handwritten notes, crisp notes, then detailed notes, then you have to the compressed notes. And it is not enough. After that, what you have to do is you have to bring the entire idea in 1 page. 1-page notes. So for every topic, every thinker, every chapter, you should have only in 1 page, all the notes should be there. And you have to read that particular note, see the notes, at least I am telling 200, 300, 500 times before the examination. Just a page reading. If you have any doubt, check the detailed notes. Otherwise, with this only, you should be able to write it. So in the back side of the page, you leave gap. If any current affairs is coming, you add it. Any thinkers comparison is there, you have to add it. Like that, you have to take notes. So I will help you in that also. But I am going to give you only the crisp notes only. Crisp notes plus material is equal to the detailed notes. And then detailed notes means I have taken notes. No, the detailed notes you can't read it daily. It will be one thinker 15 page means it is too much. You have to bring it to 4 to 5 pages. And after that, single page notes. So during the examination, you have to have the single page notes only. Check out, that means within you can have multiple number of revisions. You find any difficulty, read the big notes. And then again come back to the one-liners notes, that is 1-page notes. So like that you do it means it will be easy for comparison. So here in our subject, we have to do compare, contrast with other ideas, the application part. Further and all, this 1-page notes only will be helpful. Directly, why can't I take 1-page notes means I myself can give it, but nobody will understand. So it should be from your own. You have to deduct your notes and then bring it to 1 page. Okay, 3 to 15 page, 15 to 6 page, 5 page, 5 to 1 page. Like that you do means you'll become a master. After that, you can write the excellent answer. Initially, taking notes will take time. But later during the examination, this will what do you say means it will, a lot of time will be saved. We can revise multiple number of times. new ideas will be generated. So we can connect like this also. We can compare like this also. That's why the taking notes is very, very important. And finally, you have to integrate with the current affairs. What you read in newspaper, you write it in the back side. One page number 1, the notes of a topic. Page number 2, current affairs, interlinking, like that. Like that you have means you can do it. Okay. So this is what I wanted to say. Now you tell me any questions or there means I will give the answer. So before that, I will show you how it is overlapping. 1 minute. So this is paper 1 section A. We have 10 chapters. The first 2 chapters is pure theory. It will be very difficult to read unless you follow the class. Okay, vague means raw topic. So that's why what happens, the political science book, they will take it. The first topic of any political science book will be the political theory. What is political theory? You read it means really people will get confused, will get headache only. Even today I get problem. So for that certain ways are there. That means how to read a political science. That is that chapter. It's a little difficult. Definitely it is difficult for everybody. But we can handle it. It's not a one chapter only is a problem. So that's why after reading the chapter, they find it okay. Political science itself is tough. Otherwise, all other topics are very, very easy. Very, very easy compared to any other subject. No complication is there. Okay, the first 2 chapters we have to read it only for political science only. First is how to read political theory. What is different approaches of political theory. Second is theories of state. Liberal state, Marxist state, communist state, neoliberal state, post-colonial state. So what is India state? What are the futures India state is having? We have both liberal futures as well as socialistic futures. Like that. So sometimes Switzerland like countries are completely capitalistic state. Chinese government, we are having a state capitalism. Vietnam government, communist state. So like that, the state, different theories of state we will be reading. And next 4 chapters are core subjects only, but this will be very, very helpful for your ethics basics, the fundamentals. But you can't write anything from the thinkers directly. So you should not write like that. People easily identify this guy is a political science guy. No, not like that. That idea you have to extract. You can form an idea and apply that idea in that particular situation, case studies, whatever it is. So justice, equality, rights and democracy. These 4 chapters will be useful for ethics. Then comes power. Power also ethics, how powers are used, authority, hegemony, like that we'll be reading. But this is purely political science based. Next comes political ideologies. In paper 1, GS, we have that ideology in your syllabus. So this is overlapping with GS1. And next 2 chapters which covers the major part of our effort and the subject is the Indian political thought and Western political thought. You will be reading it only for political science. But the Western political thinker idea and particularly the Indian political thinkers, final extract one will be there. No, Gandhi. We will be reading about Gandhi. We will be reading about Ambedkar. We will be reading about the communist M.N. Roy. We will be reading about Sir Syed Ahmad Khan from the Muslim side. And we will be reading about Aravinda Ghosh from the Hindutva based. It's not Hindutva, but that idea, the nationalism, Bharat Mata, that idea. So what these people, how they are they are viewing India. Once we get that particular idea, means we will know what we wanted today for this society. So the extract you have to take it. This is also ethical subject only. All the ethics, how you have to give a recommendation to the society, what we want for the society, everything. We no need to generate our own idea. Read these people, how these people view India, already everything they have. Even I have certain idea how India should be. But if I read this means, these people already have said this. So once you read all the idea from different groups, you will get the entire picture. Then easily we can approach anything. Okay. So the first 10 chapters are only political science only, but it will be useful for 4 chapters useful for ethics and 1 chapter for GS1. Okay. And then coming to paper 1 section B, the 11 chapters, all chapters are GS syllabus only. Paper 1 section B is completely GS only. Okay, Indian nationalism, the Indian freedom movement, making of Indian constitution, the salient features of Indian constitution, the principal organs of the union state, the parliament, legislature, president, governor, speaker. So all these things we'll be reading. And then grassroots democracy, Panchayat Raj, and then the different commissions, and then federalism, the center state relation. All these things are completely GS only. And we are not going to discuss from the Lakshmikant part. We will be discussing only the issues. So it is your responsibility in the class from the GS itself. You have to complete all this subject. Then you come to our PSIR means we can discuss the issues. Issues are only will be coming in the paper. Okay. And then planning and economic development. So development politics, north, south, rich, poor, urban, rural. So like that we will be reading. And then we have one more chapter, caste, religion, ethnicity. This will be useful for your society topic in paper 1. And then we have the party system, politics. That means paper 2 we will be having. And then social movements. This is also that means that society part in paper 1. So the entire 11 chapters in paper 1 section B, definitely whether you like it or not, you have to read it for GS. So we will be doing it better. Okay. And then next 11 chapters is paper 2 section A, the comparative politics and international politics. In that 5 chapters, you will be reading only for political science sake, our subject sake alone. The comparative politics, state in comparative politics. And these chapters are equal to paper 1 section A, chapter 1 and 2. Here we are comparing, there we will be reading about one state, that is Indian state. Okay. And the next is politics of representation and participation. Politics, participation, people, democracy, people's participation in the government, authoritarian governments, Bangladesh revolt. So all these things like this we will be reading here. And then we have the globalization preliminary GS3 economic topic. Definitely questions regarding globalization, effects of globalization. Questions will come in GS3. So here also we will be reading it complete detail. And then next 2 chapters are international relation, core theories and concept. This will take a lot of time. Slowly only we have to move. Okay. And then we have the changing international political order. So in GS1, world politics book is the world history. So that part. Cold War, post-Cold War, American hegemony. So like that we will be reading. And then we have the international economic system. WTO, World Bank, IMF, BRICS Bank, SARC, cooperation, trade, why it is working, why it is not working, like that we will be reading. So this comes in GS2 as well as GS3. And then you have United Nations and regionalization of world politics. This you will be reading it in international organization. Okay, that will be helpful in GS2. And finally, contemporary global concern. All the topics under this chapter is essay topics. In essay also we can outsmart all other students. So it is about democracy, human rights, gender justice, climate change, nuclear non-proliferation. These are all the topics under this. All these topics will be very, very useful for our essay also. So out of the 11 chapters, only 5 chapters are political science only subject. So 5 chapters is overlapping with GS. And then coming to the paper 2 section B, all are bilateral only. In GS2 we are having it. So first 10 chapters, 5 chapters are pure subject, political science subject. Paper 2 also 5 chapters are pure political science. Otherwise all other subjects directly they are related, or sometimes indirectly they are related with GS. So you have to be, if you are good in PSIR means we can have an edge over GS in mains examination. Preliminary objectively you have to read, that is up to you. In mains examination this will be very, very helpful. Okay. So now if you have any question, I will share this in group. Okay. If you have any questions means now you can ask me. Any doubt is there regarding preparation, classes, test, whatever it is, you can ask. Yes? See the 2 type of daily answer writing practice I am planning this time. One is when you come to the class means what we have discussed yesterday. So that will be given as question. Okay, because people will take time to come and sit, no? So first 15 minutes, it will be test 1 question. You can come and read it here. Question will be displayed, or it will be in the group. You have to come there, read the question, prepare the question, that which we have discussed yesterday, last class, and then write the question. 15 minutes. After that, classes will start. Okay, another one, the daily answer writing practice, that is we are going to, this time only I am planning, we will be covering all the PYQ questions directly. The daily answer writing in the class, that is meant for concept clarity. Whether you have understood yesterday's class, Can you understand this particular idea? So based like that, simple questions will be there. PYQ questions means the UPSC questions, the previous year questions. And then third test is that as per the schedule. That will be in a standard format. So all unit test will be 100-mark question. Revision test is also there. You see, see the problem is we have to complete the syllabus in time. Means by December end we are completing, means we can have the next 1 full month for this revision. Okay, you can consolidate the entire PSIR and then you can get the confidence and enthusiastically you can start preparing for preliminary examination. So if you cooperate with me, means we can complete it as soon as possible. We can do it. Okay. Any other questions? See, class timing is 2:30 to 5. Evening time, the problem is the lot of evening batch students are there. That's why it is now to move to afternoon. Okay, so afternoon mostly we are not going to do anything. After attending the class, we'll eat and then sleep. Okay, but don't worry, we won't sleep in PSIR class. Because only if it is live, it should be a live session. Okay, so you should interact means class, because all are concepts, no, all are interesting topics only, easy. Is there any problem in attending 2:30 to 5? Yes? Okay. See, weekend session, I deliberately changed it from weekend to weekday. Because last year this revision and all was not at all possible, revision test. Earlier year it was weekday only, so it was possible. So if I am taking weekend means, what happens is it goes up to March. And this time I have updated lot of things. So class is dragging. Dragging means lot of contents have included. So it will be very difficult to attend in the weekend. Weekend we can't complete it. Or we have to plan for 2028, 27. Okay, so after a lot of consultation only, we have changed it to weekday. All other subjects also face the same problem only. But thing is, GS class is also there. This is another class you have to attend. Okay. Any other questions? That depends upon the question. See, whether we have to write statically or dynamically means what question is asked. Question is about old topic, Plato's idea of justice means it is static. But even in static question, you have to finally conclude the question by connecting with the current affairs or the present situation, society. Then only you will get the marks. Static question they are asking means you write the static answer and end with the application. Application they are asking means you start with the static part and the entire answer, main part of the answer should be application part. Like that, different tactics are there. So depending upon the question topic, we have to decide. So that's why I'm telling daily we will practice. So class will be started on 7th. So online people, you can connect with me with through Telegram. So that's why I'm telling daily one question means it is easy for me to correct also. Don't send all the question at a time. So it is not going to help you also, and it is also difficult for me to correct also. So more than correction, what main issue is, you can't improve. Daily you have to improvement, daily you have to write. GS also separately you have to write it. Political science also daily you have to write it. So depending upon what topic we are going, based on that I will give you questions, the PYQ questions, you can just follow. Answer writing, daily answer writing in the classes, what topic we have discussed in the earlier class, that you have to write it on the day. So that is for concept clarity. Telegram link will be provided, not now, during the class. Okay, so they will be providing you the link, no? So by the time, or you can connect me in Telegram. Before the class, I will check it. Then only I will start the class. Okay, so no problem will be that. So anything to clarify means online students have to connect me through Telegram, and you can call me. If I am in class, another class, GS class means I may not be able to take it. So you better message, I will call, or you can call. I will tell you when you have to call. Okay, so all connections, communications we can have through Telegram. Okay, or you want any extra material, extra reference means I can even attach. I can check it and then I can also attach. I have a lot of materials. I can attach. Extra, you need something extra means. Any other question? Anybody have any dilemma? You have to interact. We have to do politics, no? So you people have to interact. Right or wrong, that is no need to worry. So we have to just interact. So what I'm telling is this time I'm also planning for a detailed test batch also. Not for you, for the previous year students. So I have planned a lot of things for you. So all these things you people also will avail, but directly you can't do it. First you have to complete the level number 1. So in 3 levels you have to prepare. Level number 1, basic level, first we have to complete it. Then we have in the test, while writing the test, you have to prepare for the intermediate level. Expert level, you have to prepare on your own. Separately you have to prepare. Okay, so you have to put your personal touch, your understand, what is your understanding. Then only we can reap the maximum marks. Okay. Current affairs related topics I will give you in notes. Current affairs I am putting it in a newspaper, all cuttings, no, just to follow that. And what we will do is in the starting of the class we most probably will discuss the current affairs. What came today in the news. If it is very important means definitely we will discuss that. Okay, or even we can have one program. You people can come and participate. Okay, so you can get the help from me. I will tell you what is this idea, how we have to approach this. Even you people can discuss with other students. Daily somebody can do it. Like that we can make some arrangements. Then only it will be live. Class will be live, active. Then only current affairs part, your good means confidence will be good. Then examination will be easy. No current affairs means no confidence. Examination, even after 10 years, you won't clear. I will tell you openly. Current affairs is the key. Current affairs means newspaper reading is the key for any subject. Because GS is there, no? GS 4 papers are there, particularly 3 papers. Current affairs oriented papers. So you have to be very good in newspaper reading. So start reading newspaper if you are not having the habit means. This is very important. I will help you in newspaper reading also. So what we will do is, during the starting of the class, in morning any article comes means, I will discuss the article. Or you people, again I am telling, you can take initiative and then you also can do it. You can come 15 minutes earlier. Like that we can do it. Okay. Then.
The politics class is going on. So we have that fundamental rights. Those things are taught in the class. So I could see those same words here.
Same chapter. What you have read in modern India only, it is here. I am not going to discuss that also. That also I will tell you. See, for paper 1, section B, chapter number 1, political strategies to Indian freedom struggle, constitutionalism, mass satyagraha, all the Indian freedom movement, everything will CDM, NCM movement, all these things will come. Okay, this and all we can't discuss in the class. What we are going to discuss here means in GS you will be reading what is this, but here what is the strategy, how we have to approach, how the liberals view this, how the socialistic view this, how the British view this, like that only we have to handle. Particularly the second part, liberal, social, Marxist, radical humanist, Dalit perspective. So from that angle we are going to read it. For example, civil disobedience movement. During civil disobedience movement, how communists viewed civil disobedience movement? Modern history class is over or not? For that, first you have to understand who participated in the movement. Whether communists played any part in civil disobedience movement, quit India movement. That and all you have to check it. Okay, from there, so now once this and all we can handle only when you know what do you mean by communism, socialism, liberalism. Once you know that idea means, so you have to see, today I am taking liberalism means, I will become a liberal. Like that only I have to take the class. Today I am taking Marxism means, then I have to become a Marx. Marx means, in Marx angle I have to teach everything. So like that later what happens is, after knowing all these ideas, whenever you are reading anything, like a Marx you have to think. If you are a Marx means how you are seeing this. If you are a liberal guy means how you will see this. If you are a socialist guy means how you will see this. As a Gandhian, how you are approaching this. Like that you have to deal it. That is the easy part. That is very easy. Once you understood the idea. So that's why first we have to complete this, then only we have to go this. The facts you have to read it in GS only. Again for the Indian constitution, The facts and all, you have to read it there only. Don't think that I will take again. So because in polity, lot of classes they are taking for GS, up to 30, 40 classes. Again, don't expect 30, 40 classes here. Not at all possible. So speaker means you should know what are the powers and provision regarding speaker. Here in our class, in our subject, what is there means speaker power is like this, but what he is doing, what he should do and what he is doing. With the examples. Okay, what happened in the northeastern, say what is happening in Maharashtra, what is happening in Kerala, like that we will be discussing. The second part, application part only, it is there. The theory, that means the theory part only we are reading. Okay, the content I am telling, the provisions and all, you have to be good. Okay, you want any clarification means we can have it separately, but don't expect me fundamental right part 3, article 1, 2, 3, like that and all. Don't expect me. It is not at all possible. That is not in our syllabus. But those things are only in our syllabus, but the issue based regarding article 21. Okay, procedure established or due process, that debate, that only we are going to discuss. The basic part you have to complete in GS, the preliminary side. So once you are good in Lakshmikant, then only we can take all these topics. So and one last thing, because you are a PSIR student, you have to be very good in Indian polity. This should be your top priority subject. You should be very good in bilateral relation, because it is in mains and also in PSIR, 25% of the syllabus. You should be very good in modern India. You should be very good in international economics, WTO, World Bank, IMF. You should be very good in international organizations. So these are all the core areas you have to, in GS, this should be your top priority. Polity, modern India, bilateral relation, international organization, international economy. So these 5 subjects you have to master up. What all newspaper, anything comes regarding this means you have to know it well. If you have any problem, bring it to me, or just mark it in the newspaper and then take a snap and then send me to Telegram. I will tell you what is that, or I will give you the explanation. Okay, whatever possibility is there, depending upon that, I will do it, whether oral explanation or any material like that. Okay, so only when you interact, all the students who have cleared, they had a very good interaction with all the staffs. They will come and see all the staffs. They will keep in touch. Only those students only have cleared. Okay, all students are familiar face. The people who have cleared who got results last year, all their faces are familiar faces only. But I have a lot of students. What about other students? That means if you are hiding from the teacher means you are not doing the job. You are not going in a proper track. So you come and talk with anybody. Being a PSIR student means you have to come to me. This is what I am telling. Okay, I will tell you what you are doing. Okay, or do like this. You are finding any difficulty means I will tell you what to do, what not to do. Like that we will do it. Batch 2 also class is there, but I actually don't like the batch 2 students. I don't like them. Why means because very poor decision. But if they are planning for 2027 months, no problem. Then also it is a problem because many students will be for 2026. If this batch 2 will be starting by October, whatever option you are taking, I am telling, October or November only they will start. It will go and clash with the preliminary. Once preliminary notification is going to come, people will throw away option paper mains and then they will go and start studying option subject, preliminary subject. They won't clear. Nobody cleared. So open secret. Because they are taking the decision very late. And it is not a good decision to postpone the mains preparation beyond July. You are planning for 2026 months, July 1 is the date to start. Otherwise, next year is going to be very hard. I'm not telling it is impossible, but these people will get confused. Preliminary, mains GS, option paper, all the 3 they won't read it. This is what happened to all batch 2 students. So my advice is start, that's what I'm telling, July to December, mains based GS and mains option paper. This should be your strategy if you are planning for 2026. Okay, so don't think about batch 2. So sometimes students will join very lately. So for them only we have no other choice, batch 2 is there because people demand. But otherwise my idea is batch 1 is good because we have enough time. Batch 2 means people have to rush. Class also, that means GS also they will join very lately. GS 2 classes will be there. Option class will be there. CSAT will be there. Which class people will attend? They will say that, sir, I am tired. Right? And then you have to look for next year. That's all. So don't think about batch 2. Batch 2 is the best because enough time is there. Slowly we can read. We are not rushing up. Daily one concept only. 2.5 hours class means I won't engage all the 2.5 hours. Okay, maybe discussion like that. But concept means 1 hour or 1 hour 30 minutes maximum. That's all. Daily one idea. Like that, slowly we movements, easily, slowly we can comfortably we can move forward. Okay. So if you are good in PSIR ones, we can be good in GS also, particularly in mains. You wanted to clear preliminary means, start preparing for mains GS, mains GS. So our subject is mains GS only. So the best thing is preparing for PSIR is going to benefit preliminary indirectly. So after January, stick only to preliminary. Only to preliminary. Okay. Any questions? Any queries there? Yes. See, mains question paper, good. See, so we have 2 sections. Totally 8 questions will be there. 4 questions from, so it will be something like this. Okay. So this is section A, this is section B. So this side 4 questions. Question number 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, like that. Okay. So question number 1 and 5 are compulsory. You have to write it. You can't skip it. If you are leaving this question means 1 question is gone. Okay. So 5 into 10 marks will be there. 5 into 10 marks, that is 50 marks will be there. So if this also 5 into 10 marks, that is 50 marks. All question carry 50 marks only. But 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 will have 120 mark, 215 mark question. This is all questions will be like this only. 120 mark, 215, 50 marks. This is also 50. This is 5 into 10 marks. This is 120, 215 marks. Out of the 8 questions, you have to attend 5 questions. 250 marks. Question number 1 and 5 are compulsory. That means remaining 150 marks you have to attend. So you have to attend 3 questions. In the 3 questions, you have to attend at least 1 question from each section. That means 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. In this, you have to write 3 questions. 2 questions from one side, 1 question from other side. That is your choice only. That means you can't write 3 questions from the same side. 1 and 5 are compulsory. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. So 6 questions are there. You have to attend 3 questions. At least 1 question from each section. That means this side you can attend including compulsory 3, 2, or this side 3, 2. Like that. Like that you have to write it. See, actually word limit they have not given as in GS, but paper limit is there. But what I am telling is you should not go to the word limit. For example, 10 mark question means 2 pages you have to write. 15 mark question means 3 pages. 20 mark means 4 pages are there. The 20 mark question 4 page means that doesn't mean that you have to write all the 4 pages. Even for GS I am telling. They are not counting the pages, they are not counting the words, they are counting your answer. Okay, content, whether you have answered, mark. Not answered, no mark, that's all. One of my friends very long back, by the time it was 300 mark question. He got 24 marks. By the time pattern is also different pattern. And he was telling these people did not correct half of my paper. Like in schools, they will say, no, like that he was telling. That otherwise 24 marks is impossible. I have attended all questions. How come I got 23 marks? 24 marks out of 300. And he's not that much bad. He said, I am not very good, but I am not this much bad, like that he was telling. And after long deliberation, what we understood was, he just attended the question. He did not give the answer. Question he attended, that's all. For that, no answer, no mark will be provided. You have to give the answer. So it is not, the content is important, words are not important. Earlier, this instruction was there in the question paper itself. Earlier, now it is not there. Earlier, I think in GS, somewhere I found this. Content is important, not the words. How many words you are writing, not important. Whether you have written all four pages, no answer is there, no content is there, means 0 mark only. They won't hesitate to put 0 mark. Okay, otherwise 23 mark is impossible. Okay, so find out what is being asked, address that question. Whether you know it or not, what they are asking, you have to address that properly.